Hello! So today we are shuffling the cards to help you understand what's the one thing holding you back from living your best life, and hopefully get as well some advice as to what can you do to overcome this obstacle that might be holding you back. So on the table we have three different piles of cards. I have already shuffled the cards for you. So just close your eyes and connect with the wisdom that lives inside your body, the wisdom that you are. Breathe in and then exhale. And when you open your eyes, just let your intuition guide you. Choose the image you feel more drawn to. Take your time to do this. The first pile says vibration. That's the living card. The second one says learning. And the third one, sincere relationships. So once you have chosen your pile, look at the video, at the description in the video just down below to see when is your reading starting. So if you chose vibration, let's get going. Welcome to your reading, group 1. If you chose vibration, then this is for you. And let's see, I had already shuffled the cards previously, so let's just see. I'm gonna put this one here, and I'm gonna take them in the order I shuffled them. So I have here some oracle cards. Then the first one says marine life. This card always reminds me to friends, people, support. With the vibration card, which is our living card, I think the one thing holding you back right now in your life is pretty much this, your vibration. You might be shifting between states of higher vibration and really low vibration, and then medium vibration, and so on. And so because you are not grounding yourself in a certain level of vibration or thought and emotion, which is the same because thoughts and emotions equal vibration, that might be the thing holding you back here. So with the marine life, and as I was saying, this card usually reminds me to help people, support someone you can reach out to help you out. It's telling me, and we will see the rest of the cards, but it's already telling me that your friends might be the thing that can help you right now to get out of this maybe energetic slump you might be in. Surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded, that they are positive, that see things in a different light might also help. Then we have here the sun, but it came upside down. So with this card, I feel like you are not seeing your own light. The reason why your vibration is so shaky and unstable is because you don't have maybe a support system now. You don't have a net of people you can go to. Maybe your friends are scattered all over the place, or maybe you don't have that many friends, and so you're more of a lonely person, and that's what's affecting this vibration. This might be that's how it's been your entire life. Maybe you're a little bit of what we call usually introvert, or there was something that made you step away from your friends. But the other thing that is affecting this vibration is you are not seeing your own light. You are not seeing that you are the sun. You are not seeing all the amazing things you have to offer to people, to the world. And because you cannot see that, because you cannot see your own radiance, that's why you are feeling sad. And that's why you are sometimes like you feel on top of the world, and some others, well, not so much. So here I have some tarot cards. Yeah, Five of Coins, poverty mindsets. And sometimes this poverty mindset might not be necessarily about money. Maybe it is about money, but it can also see, again, you don't see yourself. You don't think you have things to offer. You don't see your value. You don't see your light, so you are in a poor me, but also like I have nothing to offer. I'm not good enough, mentality. the Nine of Cups. And again, but sometimes you feel on top of the world. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, I am amazing. Oh my God, this life is great. Oh my God, things like that. And so you jump between states of consciousness, which is again related to that unstable vibration that you have. Yeah, the Two of Wands. You have not decided yet which way you are going. Are you going to trust yourself, or you are going to doubt your abilities? The Fool reversed. Yes, this goes with the Two of Wands. You have not made your choice. It will be good for you to see yourself in a different light, choose something else, something different, but haven't done so yet. The Seven of Cups. You have not stepped away from, the mind games that, like the, not necessarily mind games, but I guess sometimes our thoughts are that mind games, like you're still trapped within your mind. You are still with the Seven of Cups. It's like, you see how this card represents like lots of things. There are lots of cups with different things on them, and goes back again from you jumping between vibration and between emotional states. If you see here, I'm going to put it upright so you can see, some cups have snakes and bugs, but some others have like wings, jewels, a tree, the key for your freedom. So you're still very much caught up in your own thoughts, in your mind. And more often than not, you fall into this Five of Cups card, where you see how she's like really depressed and really sad, and like only seeing the mess that maybe she made, because I think she broke those cups, she broke the glasses, but she's not seeing that behind her are still two more cups that are okay, that are full, that are there for her, but she's not seeing those. But it also, with this card, I feel that if you haven't broken these two cups, she's still guarding them. She's still considering them. And with the King of Wands here, I feel like you might think, if you're a woman, you might think you need a man to keep you out of this. If you've been single for a little bit, or if you've been out of a relationship and that's what's causing you all this, you might be thinking that the answer to your problems, or the reason why you feel like this, is because of a man. You might be either, again, out of a relationship, or even if it's not recent, when your last relationship left you feeling this way, and you've not been able to recover from there yet. And that's why you are, maybe if it's been a while since your last relationship, maybe that's why you are jumping between states, where sometimes you feel amazing and you think you are, top of the world, and sometimes you feel like you are not enough. Because if it's been a while and you haven't been, or you are not in a relationship in like several years, you might think that your worth is associated with a man, having a partner. um, and that's why, because you don't have it, that's why you feel like the Five of Cups, like, I'm not good enough, I ruined my relationship, I ruined things for me. And if you are a man, I think that it can be that your ego might be a little bit heightened. But heightened egos are really just a cover up for a poverty mindset, for I am not good enough, for a lacking consciousness. So it anyway represents, the energy is the same, even if you're a man, just that the circumstances might be different. And so you might, if you're a man, you might portray yourself like the King of Wands, like very powerful, really wise, confident, when in reality, you might not really be that all the time. Maybe the partner, if this is also caused by maybe not only one partner, maybe different partners. The last partner told you that maybe told you you are not as good as you think you are, or I found somebody else already, and so that really hurt your ego as a man. And that's why you are, again, like trying to be strong and not believing that person, and using your ego self to be like, to not wanting to see the truth of some of the things you also think about yourself. And even if you maintain, if you're a man and you maintain a high vibration, or not, it's not really high vibration, an ego vibration, showing yourself to the world like powerful and collected and, wise, because it's a cover up. That's the reason as well why your vibration is not good enough, because it's based on ego. It's an ego vibration, an egoic vibration. So you are not really being um, truthful about how you feel and who you think yourself to be. So let's see, I also have here the angel of balance, but it came reversed. And the magician in the mirror. I'm gonna put it here, but I think it's off camera, so you won't be able to see it. So what these cards are telling me, and because they came reversed, it says that what you need to do to get out of this low vibration or this up and down vibration is balance it, balance your thoughts. Believe, whether you are a man or a woman, believe that you are the magician in the mirror. You are the magician in your life. You are the thing that makes everything else possible, everything else happen. So with the agents of balance says that you are unbalanced because you tend to go more towards the low vibration part of your life. You tend to go, the moments where you stay in the low vibration consciousness or in a depressed or angry state is, you spend more time there than in the higher states. Because if you see, only this card came upwards, and then King of Wands is ego. So really it's just once when you are truly in the um, in the in a place where you enjoy your life, when you believe in yourself. So what you need to do to get out of this, to balance your vibration, to find a way out of this, is to believe in yourself. Try to stay less in the low vibration energies. And you might be like, well, I wish to, how to do that. So let's see if we can get an answer. But the first thing, and I know this is not a process, it's just a recommendation, is start believing in yourself. Recognize that you are the magician. You are the magician. And a mirror just shows you back what you already are. It shows your essence. So if you see some other people out there being powerful, just remember that that's you. That's a reflection of you, or of the potential that lives within you. So there is no reason to hesitate or to not believe that you can accomplish what you see other people accomplishing. You are as powerful as them. It's just that maybe you have not recognized that yet. So I have here other cards, Leo and Mercury. Yeah, I think this is when I was saying that you need to recognize your potential, I think this is how you recognize your potential. I don't think these cards necessarily represent your zodiac sign, but the energy that you need to inflict or awaken in yourself and in your life so that you can command reality. Leos are, are very powerful people, right? Like they have a little bit of a big ego, but also they know who they are. Just see the lion here. How powerful it is. Like, it's determined. It knows what it has to offer. It knows that it can. Like the lion is just like really kind of looking at you and saying like, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want me to do? Because like there is no doubt in the expression of this lion. And also it has the master, the master behind. It's like you are the master of the energy of the Leo, that the fire energy of Leo that lives within you. So seeing this energy here, it tells me that you already have within you this energy. You are already this lion. You have the potential of expressing this in your life. And Mercury, if you see Mercury, it's like looking at you. It's a communication planet, and we just went out of Mercury retrograde, where communication and movement is a little bit stopped. But if you see this card, it's like Mercury is telling you, what do you want me to do? What do you want to accomplish? What is it you want us to partner in? Like, what do you want? Literally, what do you want? And so maybe that's something else. It might be that you are shifting vibrations so often because you are not sure of what you want. So it will also help to get clear on what do you want. And sometimes when we are not clear on what we want, it's not because we don't know, but because we don't believe it's possible for us to achieve whatever we dream of. So let's see here: discernment, blossoming, and faith. I think here with this discernment card, I think it says you need to get real about the possibilities in your life. And when I say that, I don't feel, or I don't mean that you need to be uh, um, I don't think you need to make yourself feel small or reduce your goals. I think with discernment is saying just look at the power you have. Be real about who you are. And this is very tricky thing to say, because if you are depressed right now or a little bit on a low vibration and shifting vibrations, as we've seen with these cards, you might think that when I say be real about who you are and the potential you have, you will be like, well, I have no potential. I have no power. I cannot do this. But the discernment card, because there are clouds covering her eyes and her mind, what it's saying is you need to remove these clouds from your mind and your eyes so you can see yourself clearly, because you are much more powerful than what you give yourself credit for, what you believe yourself to be. You are making yourself small, and that's why you believe you cannot achieve what you want to achieve. So when I say get clear on who you are and the potential that you have, what I'm trying to say is you are really powerful being. You can accomplish whatever in the universe you want to accomplish, whatever dream, however crazy it looks like now, or however far it looks like from where you are standing today, is possible for you to do. You just need to recognize your potential. You just need to awaken this Leo energy in you, the power of will, the power of doing and being, because vibration is not that much about doing, but about being. And you can become this Leo energy. You can become this Mercury archetype that says you drive, you know, or have somebody else with the marine life card help you drive as well. If you need help and you are not usually the one asking for it, maybe it's now for time for you to step away or step out of your comfort zone and go and tell your friends, I need you guys. And maybe the only thing you need from your friends is for them to be there for you. Just maybe you just need to spend a good time with them, talk to them, socialize a little bit, because when we are with people we care about, and people that we feel comfortable with, our vibration will automatically raise, because we will have a good time. So going out with your friends or surrounding yourself with people that make you feel good will help with this vibration thing. Because, or even if you have a hobby that you've been thinking about starting, like if you like painting, singing, acting, creating something with your hands, cooking, driving, I don't know, whatever it is you like. I mean, there are so many hobbies out there that my mind just focuses on the things I like, I guess. Maybe you should start joining a club, or signing up for a class, because when you are in that energy of people doing the things you also like to do, you will see that not only there are very skillful people out there, which again, if you do notice that, but you don't recognize it in yourself yet, you need to know that there is a mirror. People are always a mirror for you. So if you see in this workshop or in this new, hobby you are going to begin, people succeeding at it, then that's an indication that you can also succeed. And also you will be in the energy of enjoyment, of joy, of potential. If you have a perspective on what are your abilities or your skills or what's possible to do or achieve with that hobby, and maybe that outlook is limited, when you join a group of people that do the same, you will then see how many more ideas are there and how many more possibilities are there for the thing that you want to do. So discernment says, see yourself clearly, okay? See yourself as blossoming. You are becoming. Sometimes we need a pause. Sometimes we need to pause a little bit before we can blossom, before we can start to express our music. But that doesn't mean we don't have the music already. It's just cooking. And you have to have faith and see yourself as fertile. You have the possibility of giving birth, not only to literally a child, but also your life, your desires. And the reading is what's stopping you from living your best life. So if vibration is stopping you and you do all these things of recognizing your power, believing in yourself, surrounding yourself with like-minded people, starting to think differently, take risks, stay away from egoic or dramatic mentalities, then it's possible. This faith card is telling you you have what it takes. You are a very radiant, fertile person. You can grow, you can give life. Whatever you wish to do in your life, whatever you wish to have manifest in your life, is possible for you to do that, okay? And yeah, give me a sec because I'm gonna get my angel cards that I don't have here because I think they have a message for you. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I did feel called to use these cards at the beginning, but then I just ignore it. You see, it's never good to ignore the urges of your soul. So I'm shuffling these angel cards for you, and I think the angels, and it doesn't matter what religion you follow or what beliefs you have around angels. You know, these are just energy beings, really not related to any religion. It's us who have given them, like, you know, the who have assigned to them a religion, but they don't have one. So even if you don't believe in angels, if you don't communicate with them often, you don't worry. They do want to communicate with you today. So I'm going to see what advice they have, what positive thoughts want to share with you today, what words of encouragement they have for you. So let's see, just one more of shuffling. Can you hear my shuffling but not see it? It's just because I am just right off camera. I love shuffling cards, by the way. Sometimes when I am feeling bored or anxious, I just shuffle, even if I don't, you know, I don't read the cards because I don't, I guess at that moment I am not needing a message. I just like to shuffle. Alrighty, so first card, learning experience. I think this is a very straightforward thing. This is a learning experience. Life is a learning experience all the way. From the moment we are born to the moment we leave, we are here to learn. We are here to learn to be. You see how he's touching his chest, his heart. He, he and you and all of us are learning to be in this world. We are learning to exist in this world. We're learning to express, to shine our light. We all have light. We all are the same light. We all come from the same light, but the expression of that light is different. That's why we have a different body, a different mind than all the others. But in the end, that's what we are here to do. We are learning, all right? So you really don't have to be that hard on yourself. You really don't have to get everything perfect. And you really don't have to hold back. Because holding back is not only in the it's not a benefit for you and it's not a benefit for humanity. If you prevent us from your gifts, then we lose. We all lose. You lose because you are in a low vibration and living a sad life or a difficult life. And we lose because we don't get to experience your joy, your gifts, you know, your radiance. So remember, it is a learning experience. So experience it, learn. What happens when you're learning a new skill, as we were talking just before about hobbies and workshops and all of those things, you will fail. You know, there will be times where the work you do is not going to be as amazing as you wish it was, but that's okay because you're learning. And after a little while, after you practicing a little bit doing some research, you know, daring to try new things, you will become an expert. So imagine if the artist that draw all of these different cards or design all of these different cards hadn't done it. We couldn't be enjoying the experience we are enjoying now, the energy of these cards, the beauty of the cards, if they were not brave enough to say, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens and see how beautiful it is, how artistic this expression is. And you know, they believed in themselves, they give it a try. They had to maybe overcome some doubts and fear and whatever, but look, now we get to experience their gifts, we get to experience their joy. So it's the same with you. You also have, if not the same artistic talents as the artist that created these cards, you have some other talents. You do have, you know, even if you are not seeing them now, you do have them. So find them, connect with your talents, because they are there. I'm telling you, we all have music inside, and the music, the expression of that music could be different. An accountant has music inside, a lawyer, a doctor, a therapist, a baker, a taxi driver. Everybody has music inside. Everybody has their own gifts. So just it's just we need to find it. We need to connect with it because it's already inside of us. So let's see what else. Friendship and union. Yes, I think friendship cards have been, coming out. This is a second card, I believe. So as I said, I think you will benefit from finding friends, or reconnecting with your own. If you are, as I said, the people we like to call introverts or shy, try to push your boundaries a little bit and go out there. If it's not easy for you to make friends, join a group of sorts, something that you like. And yeah, just try to push your boundaries a little bit. And if you do have friends, but for some reason you have disconnected yourself from them or isolated yourself from the world, go back out. Go back out and try again, because you will benefit from the union and the good times that you will experience with your friends, and most probably they also miss you. Holy love, just know that it's possible. We were talking about a relationship that ended. um, so know that if you haven't found love after your last relationship, know that it's possible for you to find it. It's available for you, the energy of holy love. And most probably, then, if you work in yourself, if you do all of these things, if you find your passion, if you ground your vibration at a higher level than you are now and you were in your previous relationship, most probably the next relationship that will be coming your way will be much more amazing than the last one. And it will be so big and so great and so lovely that you won't even remember the pain that you suffered before. And you will be like, I was suffering because of that. And maybe right now it feels very strong. And it's like, you don't know what are you talking about. Believe me, I do. Um, but the next one, the next relationship that comes your way is going to be awesome. Holy love is available for you. And imagine what holy love means. Like, for me, it's like the greatest expression of love. That's why it's called holy. So you just know that is waiting for you there. It's waiting for you to become you. It's waiting for you to see your potential, to recognize the magician in the mirror, and you are that mirror, you are that magician. Be honest in your communication. And I think whenever I see this card, I think that the honesty and the communication part comes not necessarily to be honest with, which also, it's also nice to be honest with others, but I think this honesty and communication comes first. Be honest with yourself. Be honest about how you feel. Be honest about what you really want to accomplish. Be honest about what is causing you to be stuck. Why is your vibration that like that? Why are you trapped in this Seven of Cups and in this Five of Cups? And be really honest. Like, just recognize that sometimes the things that are keeping you trapped and shifting between vibrations are just not real things, are just thoughts, are experiences you're holding onto, are things that you are not releasing, even if you want to call it past trauma. That's why it's called past. And I know that it's difficult for us when something was really painful. It's really difficult for us to let go. But you need to be honest and with yourself and be like, okay, where do I keep insisting in suffering? Where in my life I am attaching to suffering? Where could I let go and release these beliefs and this pain and these thoughts about myself, another person, or the past, but I don't want to? So I think that honesty with yourself and communicating with yourself is very important. Then strength and guidance. Know that you are never alone. This strength is the one you have, even if you are not recognizing it yet. And the guidance is you have it. Just communicate with your guides. We all have guides, whether you have talked to them before or not. Just know that they are there. They can be angels or some other being. So just communicate with them. Again, communicating with guides or the universe has nothing to do with praying directly to a religion. It's just talking. You can be in your room and be like, hey, universe, we haven't spoken for a while. I need some help. And just speak your heart, and you will receive that guidance. You have a strength inside you. And the last one is harmony and resolution. So you will come to a harmonious resolution. You will get out of this. You will get out of the maybe deep hole that you are maybe in right now. You will get out of this low vibration energy, this unstable energy in your life. Know that at the end of your life, or at the end of the situation, at the end of something, things always work out, always. So you will get out the other way. You will be victorious in this situation. And if you were thinking to go back to your ex, call him or her back, or fall into previous unhealthy behaviors or thought patterns, but I think this, I don't know why I got this, like maybe you are wondering like, maybe I should just give him a call or give her a call to just close the cycle and so I can move on. The answer is no. Don't do it. Don't call him or her. Just move on with your path. Close yourself that chapter on your own. You don't need that other person to do so. Sometimes we think we do, but you really don't. So if you were thinking that, if you were considering reaching out to that person, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. It won't be on your benefit. On the contrary, it will just pull you back to these low vibration states and this low vibration energy and these low vibration thoughts and these egoic states. So don't. Reaching out is to your friends, to like-minded people, to new people, not to previous people. Okay? So if you enjoyed this video, if this was helpful, please share it with somebody else. Maybe somebody else needs to know that they should not be calling their exes. Alrighty? And yeah, so this is all for you, vibration group. And now we are moving to the next one, that was learning. Hello, learning group. If you chose this card, then this message is for you. And what we are trying to discover here is what's holding you back from living your best life. And well, I think is the message, the initial message is a little bit clear with this learning card. I think that there is something you are refusing to learn. It could be a life lesson, or it could be something like learning how to draw, learning how to drive, learning how to cook. It could be like that, or it could also be, again, something related to emotional things or spiritual things. And I see that because you see how he's like taking the straw just with like 3 fingers, looking at maybe the lesson, looking at the bug, but not necessarily diving in. Maybe with an expression of, not sure, not interested in this, something like that. So let's see what else the cards would tell you, but I think that's what's holding you back. You are not necessarily learning the lesson. It could also, the voice card, the lesson could be about speaking your truth, using your voice to communicate, or maybe you are you don't hold back when you talk. Maybe you think that, or when you express yourself, maybe you think that part of you thinks that you have the right to say everything that comes to your mind, and you don't hold back. And sometimes you end up hurting people or being very judgmental of that. And so even though some people have told you about that, about like maybe you should think twice before you speak, you are like, no, I don't want to, or like, well, whatever. Maybe that's the lesson you're not learning, that your voice or your words, your words have an impact on others. Your words carry a vibration. Your voice matters. So maybe that's what you need to learn. Maybe that's the lesson you need to solidify. So let's see, south. Maybe you are also running from something or somewhere. Maybe the expression, maybe you use the expression as a way of judging others and avoiding judging yourself. Maybe you don't like to be real with you. You are real with the world, or that's what you tell yourself. I speak my truth, I say things the way they are, but to others or with others, not with myself. And so you use this communication technique or strategy of being very judgmental and real in the outside world and not necessarily in the inside world. And maybe that's the learning you need to do. Maybe that's the lesson you need to learn. So let's see, let's continue with the tarot cards. We have the Queen of Coins. So yeah, maybe outwardly you think very highly of yourself. The Nine of Coins, but that's just a mirror. That's not necessarily true. Maybe you think you do, but you don't. Not really. I want to say not all the time, but that's for everyone, right? Like not all the time we are happy, or not all the time we are feeling at our best. But with this Nine of Coins in reverse, I think for you means more like, that is strong voice, that straightforwardness is really just a cover for the reality that you feel maybe really empty inside, or inadequate of some sorts, or not worthy enough, not valuable enough, and that's why you use your voice the way you do. We also have here the Four of Wands. Yeah, you haven't found your way into the reality of who you are, and the reality of who you are is a very beautiful being, because you see those doors, there is light coming through, there is power, there is fire in there, there is creativity. So, but because it came reversed, I think that you have not realized your own power, your own potential. Queen of Cups, you are very much guarded when it comes to your feelings. You protect them, you protect your heart a lot. You build walls around your heart, around you, covering your emotions, very burdened, you see. The reality is there are so many things that hold you back. There are so many thoughts, emotions, experiences. Like maybe this is the reality of how you feel inside, and not this. And that's why you use your words the way you do, but this, you even though you feel this way, maybe burdened and not worthy and very much like guarded, you try your best to be powerful. You try your best to be the Queen of Coins. You see, there is this volcano that is erupting. So again, you are very much vocal. You are very much critical of others. You think you are very sharp, because that's your effort. That's the effort. That expression of you. Maybe criticizing others, or speaking up is the way in which you neutralize these things, neutralize this guardedness, this burden that you carry. So you try, and that's why you behave the way you behave with other people or in the external world. So Tree of Life, I think you are reaching a point where you've come a full cycle in your life. You are reaching the end point of this cycle where this is the reality. Maybe finally you've come to the point where you really want to learn this lesson and let it go. You no longer want to feel this way. You no longer want to do this because it looks tiring. It looks tiring having to hold up the energy all the time. It looks tiring having to be this powerful expression when you don't feel like it. So I think that you are like reaching the point where like, I surrender. I don't know how to do this anymore. I no longer want to do it. And good, because when you do that, when you reach that point, what happens is you will free your soul. You will actually become what you are. You see how these cards like correspond almost to each other. This is the door towards your soul. You have had it with you all the time. It's been available for you always, but only now you are recognizing that, or you will start to recognize that. Maybe there is something in your consciousness, in the background of your mind, that is awakening this, that is like, what, I'm sure there must be a different way of living. And that thought is what is awakening this lesson, this finally learning the lesson. And you are willing to do the work. You are willing to do the work to make this happen, to complete the cycle, to complete the lesson, to ground the knowledge of I cannot be as outspoken if I am not inspoken, you know. Maybe you also will stop criticizing others or judging others so harshly, because you will see, like, you will recognize and know that many of us, or most of us, have this inside as well, you know. Not only you feel that way sometimes, many of us feel as well like this sometimes. And because you recognize the burden that this represents, then you no longer want to be judgmental. You don't no longer want to be harsh with your words. You no longer want to lash out at people, because now you are reaching the point where you know how hard this is. And so you don't want to put this burden or this heavy weight on other people. You don't want to make them feel this way anymore. You don't want them to have to, use extra fire so they can exist. You don't want them to pretend to be strong to hide, because you are finally realizing that that's really tough. It's been really tough on you, and so you don't want the same experience for others. So let's see, the unexpected, but it came reversed. I'm gonna put it upright anyway. Action, but it also came reversed. And self-love, it also came reversed. So the unexpected, with all these cards coming reversed, I think that is saying you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to be different. You don't know how to handle the unexpected, and you actually don't like it much either, because you like to be in control of things. You like to be in control of your life. So with this new you that you want to become, or you are becoming, is uncomfortable, because you don't know how to be. You don't know what does it mean now to be kind, how to be understandable of other people, how to be how to not criticize or lash out, or be a little bit more contained, like you don't know. You don't know how to be that person, and so you're not really liking it, that unexpected situation. And so that's why you are not acting on it. So the action card, it says to me that maybe if you find yourself in a situation where you usually will use your voice to criticize the person talking, but you don't want to do that anymore, so you don't say anything, so instead of lashing out or being critic of others, you are still in your mind, like it's in your tongue, you want to say it, but you are not. And you don't do anything else, or you do very little, because you don't know how to do it, And the way to do that, the way to know how to act now, how to ground this new you, is by developing self-love. And now I know that when it comes to self-love, or when people talk about self-love, we all maybe roll our eyes and be like, all right, but how do we do that, How do we develop this self-love? What does that even mean? And I think it means starting to be kind to yourself. Because in this world, the way you talk to others, the way you use your voice with others, is the way you use your voice with yourself as well. So if you want to change your external reality, what you need to do is start by changing your internal reality. And that's why the self-love card came out. You need to start developing compassion for yourself, self-love for yourself. You need to be patient with yourself. And how you do that? Well, just by doing it. When you make a mistake, don't be so harsh on you. Don't be like, oh my God, you don't do, you're stupid, you don't know how to do things. Don't start lashing out at you. Don't be so critic of all of the things you wear, or how you dress, or how, if you wear makeup or not, or if you wake up at 10 in the morning and everybody else is up at 7, Don't be so harsh on yourself anymore, okay? Try to be compassionate towards yourself. Say good things to yourself. Share good memories with you, compliments with yourself. When you do a good job, say that. Oh, that's a great job. Yeah, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Say that to yourself. That's how you start developing self-love. If it's not real at the beginning, because I know that when we haven't loved ourselves our entire lives, it can be hard to start. But they start with the small things. So when you recognize that, oh, well, that was not that bad, right? Like, I didn't do such a horrible job. So just maybe you can start with that, saying to yourself, well, I didn't do such a horrible job. Well done, that's it. You don't have to go and jump right ahead to say, oh, I love you, you are the best. No, if that doesn't come natural, don't. But reduce the level of hard criticism you give to yourself as well. So I have here other cards with the Capricorn energy and the Uranus energy. This doesn't mean you have to be a Capricorn if you're watching this. I just think that is an expression of the energy you need. So Capricorns are very much hard workers. They like to do things right. They are earth beings. And when I see this card, I think that the oracle is saying you are as industrious as a Capricorn can be. You actually are doing a good job. You are a hard worker. So recognize that energy in you, but also welcome the unexpected, which is the same that we have here. Uranus is surprise planet, right? It's surprising energy. It's like kind of, you see, I feel like he's looking at us like as if we caught him mid mischief, right? So you can relax as well. Even though you are very industrious and very hard worker or hardworking, you can also be fun. You can also be playful. You don't always have to be perfect and work hard. You can enjoy the work you do. You can enjoy the process. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. And here I have journey and the yin and yang. I think this journey card shows that you are embarking in a journey. You are starting a journey towards the past, I want to say, because it's looking backwards, but also towards finding all the amazing things you've done in your life. You are collecting all of the gifts, all of the amazing energy you've produced throughout your life. And look, the yin and yang is also like a balance of energy, a merging of male and female energy, but also I think this represents a merging of your good side and your bad side, your shadow self and your light self, that when we put those together, then we become complete, we become whole. We are already, but we don't feel that way because we separate them. So when you do mix them, when you bring them together, the shadow and the light, you will become whole and you will become more and more powerful, much more powerful than you are now. And how you do that, how you become powerful? By embarking in this journey, by looking back and seeing all the amazing things you've done in this life, all the accomplishments you have. And it's a moment of union. If you see these two cards, is 2 and 22. So it's a moment of union, of reunion, of going back, of merging, on becoming one. Union, when two things come together, they become one. More when it comes to something energetic, not necessarily a person. So look how beautiful your journey is, because by leaving behind all of what you know you are not, right? Because you are not this horrible person, you are not this burden person. That's an aspect of you. But when you bring all that to the light, then you become more powerful, you become whole. So let me see if I have any other message for you right now. No, I think we're cool. I think, let me see, I'm gonna shuffle these cards or these cards. Let's see. This was the card representing the previous group. I just have it on the top of the deck because we just finished that reading. But I think like calling this card or putting this card into your reading, I think what the oracle is saying, the outcome or the benefit you will have by doing all of this, by the merging of your shadow and your light, is vibration. You will become pure vibration. You will become this being, this amazing, expansive being. Vibration will be the thing living your life. That's what will happen. awareness. You need to become aware of your potential, of who you truly are. You need to become aware that you actually are at the center of the universe. Life does revolve around you. Your life is about you. You create your life, you create your experiences. So it is possible for you to become this aware being. Release, you see, release, let go of the past, let go of what no longer serves you. Don't attach yourself to things that are not good for you, you know. Don't Sometimes we become attached to our pain, and I find that hilarious because I know it sounds silly, but we kind of like to suffer. I don't know. So release, you know, maybe difficult things happen in your life. Difficult things happen to all of us, you know. But we cannot keep living in that reality. We cannot keep living in that energy. So release that. The sooner you do this, the sooner you will move forward and then live with awareness and live the life that you are meant to live. And lastly, listen to your body. Sometimes I know I'm very bad at listening to my body, but it's in our benefit to do so. Sometimes we ingest food or substances that we believe we want, but we don't. It's our anxiety and our fear what is calling us to maybe eat that extra sweet or drink that extra drink or overeat, you know, sometimes. Or even if, you know, if you're into exercising, you know, that super extra push that you force yourself to give is really not because you want to be in shape. It's just because maybe there is some part of you that is punishing yourself. And you can say, well, no, I really enjoy the exercising. Yes, but there is a limit to the body, you know. Like, I know some people says, oh, there is no limit, but there are people that are tired, or their muscles are aching, or they haven't slept, and still they go like, I'm going to the gym. Like, I think you should rest. No, I have to go to the gym, you know. So listen to your body. Listen to your body. Don't punish your body. Don't punish yourself. That's not the way to go. You are not a bad person. You don't deserve to suffer. So just remember that. All right. So this has been your reading. If you have enjoyed it and you think somebody else will benefit from listening to these messages, please share it with them. And now we move to the last group, sincere relationships. Alrighty, sincere relationships group. If you are here, it's because this is the card you chose. You chose, sorry. So let's see what the oracle has for you. What is the thing that's holding you back? And with this being our living card, what this tells me is that you might be engaging in a relationship that you know is not right for you, and yet you are still there, you know. Maybe you are lying to yourself and at the same time lying to the person you're with. I think this has to do with a love relationship. But just, you know, it could also be something else. So I am really feeling like you are not, you know, the partner, you are not happy any longer with your partner, and you don't know how to tell him or her that things are not working anymore for you. And you know, or you wish to get out of this relationship, but you feel guilty, or you don't know how to say this. You don't know if it, you know, you're wondering, is that the right thing to do? Maybe, you know, I'm not in the you know, maybe I'm not in the best state of mind. Maybe I'm just burdened by other things, work, etc., and that's why I feel that way, you know. She or he doesn't deserve that. Let's give him or her a chance, etc. So you are trying to justify staying in that relationship when you kind of, your heart, your entire being is telling you is no longer the right one for you. So let's see what else. So magnetism, and the why, or the reason why that relationship is not good for you anymore is because you want to do something else, not necessarily maybe being with someone else right now. I think you crave freedom. Maybe this relationship you are in right now is very restrictive, or that's how you feel, where maybe you guys have merged. You do everything together and you no longer have time to do what you want. But there is something out there that you want to do. There is something out there that you want to experience, and you cannot, or you are not experiencing with the person you are with right now, and that's why you want out, because there is something else calling you. And again, not necessarily a person. I think it's an experience in itself, something, maybe a hobby, maybe you want to go to dance classes but your partner doesn't, and even I don't feel like that's an activity you want to share with him or her anyway. Outer core, but it came reversed. I think you cannot be yourself anymore in that relationship. You don't feel you are being yourself. You don't feel you can express yourself honestly or clearly. You don't see or feel you are being recognized by who you are. So you have to hide your core. You have to hide your desires, um, your being. And that's why you don't feel you cannot be yourself anymore in this relationship. So let's see the rest of the cards. The Six of Coins, the Page of Cups. Yeah, I think something is someone, but again, I don't feel it's a romantic interest, but something or someone is calling you, is calling you to come and experience. Maybe they are inviting you to go on a trip. If it's related to music, maybe they are asking you to come to rehearsals. If it's something adventurous, maybe they are asking you to go with them, but you are not sure. You are like, yes, I mean, you are not sure, not because you don't want to. I mean, you want to go, but you don't know how that will impact your relationship, or rather, you really do know how that will impact your relationship, and your partner will not be happy with that decision. So, but the invitation is there. The invitation is there, and you are very much closing off your power. You are keeping your power in because you could be great at this invitation. You could be great at whatever this thing is you want to do. You feel it, you know it in your being, is calling you, but you are not answering the call. And with this Eight of Cups, it's like you don't even think, you are feeling sad because you don't think your desire will be granted. It's like you feel your wish won't be granted. If you see here, it's like he is walking up to the moon. I think it's the moon. And he wishes to go there. He really wants to be there in the moon. That's the representation of your dreams. But because it's reversed, I think that you don't think it's possible for you to have it. And with the Seven of Swords, I think you are just trying to lie to yourself. You are just trying to lie to yourself and hide that desire and being like, no, I'm not really wanting to do that. That's not really what I want, but it is. You see, with the Four of Cups, it's like you are really looking at that experience. You are really looking, you wish you could experience that. And you have maybe nice experiences here, right? If you're married, maybe your sons or daughters, your kids are an inspiration, but there is something else calling you. Like, it sounds maybe awful, but it's not enough. Family life or couple life is not enough anymore. It feels restrictive. And if you go and pursue this dream, it doesn't mean you will leave your family if you have a family, right? Or your responsibilities forever. But maybe you do need already independence. You need to follow your dreams. Some of you might have kids and be married. For most of you, I think it's not necessarily about kids or marriage. Maybe it's just a long-term relationship you are in. You guys live together or something. And the cups here might represent the good times you've spent together. You see and you know that this person has given you good moments. You guys have shared good times, but it's not enough anymore. You want something else. And the fire, the desire of getting that something else is big, is strong. It's like really driving you. It's like you are trying to ignore it, but you cannot. You see the dragon, like, is very determined. Your soul is very determined to experience this. And with this Palace of Cups, I think it's just a matter of time. That desire, as powerful as it is, and just because you are really trying to keep it hidden, is slowly building, is slowly mm, getting into shape. You are like, well, maybe I could do this, maybe if I move this, maybe if I adjust that, you are giving it birth to the idea. You are kind of feeding the emotion a little bit. And I'm feeling a really sharp pain in my chest. So I don't know if that's you um, trying to hide your desire, like trying to minimize the passion you feel for this new experience. So let's see, what else do we have here? We have will, but it was reversed. So I think you are, again, as we saw with the magician here, you are shutting down your passion about this, your will. You might not feel protected. You might not feel that you will be safe if you do embark in this experience. But again, the hunger, the desire is there. You really, really, really want to do this. You're just really kind of telling yourself you can. You're trying to convince yourself that's not the right thing to do, but your soul is really loud here. With water, I think it's an invitation to flow, it's an invitation to dare, and Cancer came upside down. I think Cancer, it doesn't mean you are a Cancer, it just means the energy in the reading. Cancer is a water sign, Cancer is about emotions and feelings. I don't think you will be able, I think the message with the water in particular is, you won't be able to resist this urge. In the end, you will go for it. You see how the Cancer is kind of looking at the water. So, and look, this water energy is like very sensual. It's an invitation. It's like, I dare you to resist me, because she knows you can't. So your desire, your soul knows that, it's daring you, like, to go against it. And your soul knows that you won't be able to, because it's the soul who is driving this passion, this desire. And with the Cancer card, it's just surrender to it. I think that's what it's saying. Surrender. The way you get out of this, the way through this, is by doing it. It's by surrendering and being like, you know what, I'm going to do it. Whatever the consequences, I'm going to do it. And usually, maybe that's not the way we want to do things, because if there is somebody else involved, you might um, uh, cause some pain, right? And you don't want to play with another person's feelings. But also here is like, you need also to follow your own heart, your own passion. And again, I think the longer you wait, the bigger will be the impact in the other person. I think if you start now, you might reduce the pain you will cause. Because imagine if you can hide your desire for another year, and you will stay with this person for another year, but because you are not happy anymore, you guys will fight, and those fights will bring pain to the relationship and to you and to him or her. So imagine how more difficult, or how harder it will be if you wait 1 more year or 2 more years or 5 more years to end this, when you know you no longer feel happy in this situation. So if you say, well, yeah, but we've been together for 10 years. Well, do you want to end it when you've been together for 20 or 15? Rather, it's better to end it now. Be honest now. And maybe it doesn't necessarily need to be an end. If you say, well, I need a break, right? Or a pause. I'm going to go into this journey, into this adventure, and we see what we will do when I get back. Maybe the person, your partner, might not accept that, and that's fine, but you are like, well, that's what I have to offer, that's my proposal, right? Victory in reversed, and the mind holding a coin, it also came in reversed. I think it's just because you don't believe you will be victorious, not because you won't be victorious. I think that if you go ahead and uh, I think if you are a woman, if you do this, you will feel like her, like victory. You will feel complete. You will feel like, this is exactly what I was supposed to be. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Why did I wait so long? I feel so alive and so real and so complete and so everything good. And if you are a man, doing this will bring you not only happiness but also material abundance. If you're a girl too, but the girls in this case is more a inner satisfaction, the feeling of completion. And for a man will also be because of the sun and in the background, but it will also, well, male energy is more about material things, so it will also be reflected for both of you, whether you're a man or a woman, will be reflected in financial gain, in financial benefits. So let's see what else I have for you. What else shall we ask the oracle? Maybe the mudras. Let me see. I feel like this is already a very complete reading, straightforward message. Go for it. It's, the cards are very repetitive in this message compared to the others. You want to do this. It's a soul desire for you to do this. And you will end up doing it. So it's just a matter of time and how you handle things. So I think, again, the answer to how do you move forward and make your dream life come true is by just doing it. And the thing that is stopping you or holding you back is you insisting in staying in a relationship where you don't want to be anymore. So I have here Lemuria, creating heaven on earth is happening, but it came reversed. So you are not doing it. You are not creating your heaven on earth. You are refusing to create paradise. By not following your dreams, you are not living in this amazing, beautiful Lemuria. And that's a shame. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. You might be even holding back from becoming this, from finding your drive, from expanding your message further. You have potential to do something for the collective energy. Not that you have to do it, but there is a possibility for you to do it. Okay, trust your path. If you knew you will be supported, what will you do? And this also came reversed, so it means you are not really trusting your path. You don't think you will succeed, but tell me, like this card tells me you will. You will succeed if you do this. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So it goes supporting this. There is energy supporting you. Your soul is all over this reading. It's like, hear me out. This is what I want to do. Take a leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. I don't know if I can be more straightforward than that. Maybe with this one, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change is a question. What is not aligned or needs to change? Well, you have the answer. Your relationship, your reluctance to doing it. I'm going to just take a last card from the chakra oracle. Awaken your heart, awaken to your potential, surrender to life, surrender to your soul. Contemplate what you need to do. Contemplate your journey ahead. And I think that's all I have for you. Very powerful reading, very, very powerful energy. My heart was aching really strongly. So I invite you to take the leap to know that you have the potential and the possibility to do all of this, that you will be successful, that you will actually do your partner a favor by walking away now and not waiting any longer, and that it might not feel that way for you or for your partner when this happens, but in the long term, you both will see the benefits of this decision. So this is it for me today. If you think there is somebody else that might benefit from listening to these messages, please share it with them. Thank you.